Warning, the following video has flashing lights and also includes content that may be deemed inappropriate for some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. My ghouls and creatures of the night, once again you have ventured into the darkness of the Fox Den to awaken me for another episode of Midnight Lycanthropy, as again it is time to head up to Maine and try and figure out what is happening with missing people. Absolutely delicious. I have been sleeping for so long. I did feel pretty weak, and now that my creatures have helped me revamp myself, would you be so kind to throw me the keys so that I can release myself from the silver chains and shackles that are bounding me? My creatures of the night, yes, welcome back to another episode of Midnight Lycanthropy here on LordeStarfox Radio. I do hope everyone is doing well, and yes, it is the spooky season. No worries though, where I'm from, every day is Halloween. Tonight, though, as promised, I have some more Maine encounters that everyone really seemingly is enjoying. There's still plenty more that needs to keep on being churned out. Yet, are we ready to go and collect a few contracts in the good old 207 that are collecting interest? Huge fan of Monster Quest growing up. We all know this. Doug Highcheck is actually a friend of mine. Was just texting him the other day. Super cool. That is actually how I figured out about all of this stuff. When I was 11 and was supposed to be paying attention in school, I would go down to the library. Well, a friend of mine, his mother was one of the librarians, and actually gave me access to one of the backroom computers. She knew what I wanted to look up and such, that I was nerding out. Of course, fast forward, what do we still do? Nerd out. And that's how I found out about Monster Quest. And I was like, whoa, History Channel? Super cool. Started watching it, started it again while I was supposed to be doing homework at school. Found out about Jody Cook, Linda Godfrey. Super amazing, absolutely epic stuff right there. From learning about this, I then found out about the North American Dogman Project. I always had a fascination with missing people, ancient history, things that could be unknown. Yes, so bizarre, but so cool. And being a 50-50 grounded possibility guy, always open-minded to try to figure out what's going on, big science person, yet as stated, I just try to keep an open mind. All of the topics I just mentioned that we do cover here at Midnight Lycanthropy are absolutely baffling. It's straight up so creepy. Yet we have 2006, Turner, Maine. Doug Highcheck originally had covered this within a few years as to when it had unfolded. Monster Quest did a pretty good job with what was presented to them, yet me being up here in the good old 207, fast forward, I was able to go up and actually contact some of these individuals that were on Monster Quest and that are pretty close to me. Got to check out their property, got to hear their firsthand experiences as to what was going on. People's livestocks were going missing, their pets, strange noises in the night, people seeing what looked to be something bipedal running through their property. Well, what ended up happening is a local dog that, sure, it didn't look the most normal. Keep in mind, though, it was a feral dog that apparently was domesticated at one point in time. Could have been responsible for potentially some of the cats going missing or some of the chickens and such. Yet, when it was unfortunately hit on the side of the road, that was presented as the culprit to the whole Turner issue. Yet, even though this had occurred and supposedly should have been the closing of the book on this topic, it was not. To this day, in this area, people still complain of strange animal sightings, bizarre howls, screams in the forest, strange footprints. People have images that are pretty bizarre, all kinds of creepy and strange encounters that have been submitted. Really makes you think potentially what could be going on. We've already covered before the old school aspect of some of the original cases that predate the whole Michigan Dogman by quite a long time, which is absolutely epic for sure. Yet, as this was all unfolding, you had lifelong Mainers that were outdoorsmen, outdoors women, survivalists, people that knew these areas, male, female, coming forward and saying, "Hey, look, like I know the difference of a coyote, maybe a cougar or a wolf or a black bear or normal animals in general, but specifically animals that are supposed to be located in Maine. This looked to be nothing like we had ever really seen before." Then, after it started occurring in 2006, it then proceeds to the outer areas of like Sabatis, Auburn, gnarly instances where a lot of reports of something that seems to be very similar to what it is that was originally reported back in 2006. Wow, pretty creepy for sure. Yet, I got a little bit more for everybody tonight. Are you ready to continue in to the madness? We have 2011, Washington County. Two registered nature and wildlife guides. All right. Again, doesn't mean they necessarily would be more credible than anybody else, yet they have an understanding as to what's going on here in the area or what should be happening. There was two of them, a dose, which always adds a little bit more clarity to the situation as to what's occurring. They are out, like I said, getting ready to hunt on a friend's private property. It's early in the afternoon. Again, a lot of these sightings and things that have been coming in lately involve right in the middle of the daytime, which is so gnarly because it's really hard to misinterpret something at close distances during the day. At a further distance, sure, yet this is the middle of the day. As this unfolds, you'll see. As these two men hunker down and get ready to hopefully be successful at their day of hunting, they begin watching this game trail not too far ahead of them contently as they're both sitting there and just waiting and being quiet, observing the whole entire area. They both are bewildered and look over at each other in amazement as they realize they are both seeing the same thing. A 6 to 8 foot tall, terribly postured, jet black, human looking, canine like creature with glowing eyes, pointy ears, long human-like arms, strange raccoon or squirrel-like hands, and a large mane steps out from the game trail and begins sniffing at the air, as if to realize something is in its territory that it does not welcome. After what seemed like an eternity, this creature looks over directly at them, yet they are hunkered down, hoping this thing doesn't see them, yet it seems to be well aware that they are right in that vicinity, casually turning around. This strange beast walks off into the forest. Tonight, we are going to cover one more of these strange cases before I do need to get back to my slumber. 2013, Wayne, Kennebec County, reports of missing pets, bizarre animal mutilations, and strange howls, footprints, and interactions with an unknown beast begin flooding in. It is reported that many of these pets are never found, yet if they are found, it is in heinous and bizarre mannerisms, some being stuck onto trees, and others just ripped and eviscerated to shreds and thrown all around as if something went completely berserk. The reports match up with the rest of these strange, bizarre sightings we have spoken about tonight. A 6 to 8 foot tall, bipedal, terribly postured, human-like dog creature with glowing eyes, pointy ears, big fangs, long, lanky arms, and human-like raccoon hands. And a man has apparently been the culprit that is sitting here terrorizing everyone. The question is, what could this be that is actually causing everyone this trauma? Is it just a person dressing up like some strange canine-like creature, a werewolf? Is it something that has not been discovered yet officially that could be prehistoric or ancient? Or is it a dogman, a werewolf, or a shapeshifter? Maybe even a changeling? Who knows? This is what we are going to be trying to figure out. Yet, I do appreciate everyone that stops in and hangs out with us. So much more great stuff will be coming out very soon. I do adore every single one of you. And please hit that like button, share around the good old content. And the best way to support small content creators or content creators in general that you do like, yes, check out our merch stores. And also, just watch our ads. I know it can be a little bit of a deterrent when you're trying to tune in and you love what's happening. Yet those ads are actually strategically placed by content creators such as ourselves to help keep these channels alive. Until next time, stay safe out there, be good people, and realize there are things that will go bump in the night.
My legendary creatures of the night. I do adore every single one of you. And thank you for hanging out tonight. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the truth to the algorithm. And remember, there are things that hide in the darkness.